On 25th of December 2021, NASA has launched its powerful infrared space telescope, which is the James Webb. From that day on, there were a lot of news are coming up regarding James Webb telescope. Let's look at all these news in UPSC perspective. I am Ashif Mahin. Welcome to Ekam IAS. The latest news regarding James Webb is NASA has released the images from James Webb telescope, and there were this unfortunate incident in which micrometeorites damaged some of the primary mirror of the James Webb telescope. Let's look at the important details we need to know as civil service aspirants regarding James Webb telescopes. The Hubble Telescope, which was launched in 1990, was one of the major telescopes we used for deep space researches. It uses a spectrum starting from UV to visual spectrum. It handles some part of the infrared spectrum as well. So far, from 1990 onwards, we collected data from Hubble which increased our understanding of the deep space. The James Webb Telescope is an updation to these deep space studies with more advanced technologies, in which the James Webb will be using the infrared spectrum to analyze the deep web and take pictures. In this way, we can collect more data, more information about the deep space and the history of the universe as such. The James Webb Telescope is a collaborated project of NASA, European Space Agency and the Canadian Space Agency. It was launched with the launch vehicle Ariane 5 from French Guiana, South America. When looking into the major parts of the James Webb Telescope, the important one is the big mirror it has. James Webb and the Hubble Telescope are reflecting telescopes, so that they uses a mirror to gather photons, and these photons will be transformed into the images. When it comes to the parts of James Webb Telescope, the important feature is the big mirror which the telescope has. Hubble and James Webb are reflecting telescopes, optical telescopes. That means with the help of this primary mirror, it will gather more photons from the deep space, and with that information, it will create the images. With James Webb having a bigger mirror so that it can gather more photons compared to Hubble, and it can use only less exposure time, meaning you can generate a photo in less time compared to Hubble telescope. It is an added advantage of the James Webb telescope. James Webb have a primary mirror with a span of 6.5 meters compared to Hubble telescope, which is only 2.4 meter in diameter. It's a circular mirror, and James Webb have a hexagonal segmented primary mirror. The objective of James Webb telescope is to observe the deep space and to understand, to give insights about the early universe. The objective of James Webb telescope is to find the luminous glows after the Big Bang and to shed light in the history of the universe, how the universes evolved, how the star system evolved, how the galaxies evolved. Those sort of things we are planning to observe with James Webb. Also to observe, look deep into our solar system so that we will have a better understanding of our solar system and planetary system as well. Unlike Hubble telescope, which is 547 kilometers away from the Earth's surface at lower Earth orbit, the James Webb telescope is placed at 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth at a point called L2. L2 is also called the Lagrange Point. What is this Lagrange Point? When two celestial bodies of mass come together, the gravity of each body will try to pull the other one towards it. So much so, there will be points emerges around those bodies in which the gravity forces cancel out. Such points are called Lagrange points. The major advantage of placing a satellite or an observatory in those Lagrange points is that at these points the gravity will be less and the disturbance will be less. So you need only few amount of fuel for the course correction or keep the satellite in space, so that the fuel consumption will be less. So the satellite will stay there for long. Let's take a look at the model question. Try to solve the question and give your answers in the comment section. The answer, detailed explanation and material for this topic will be there in our Telegram channel, in which the link is given in the description box. If this video added value to your preparation, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.